Something unprecedented just happened in global finance, and almost no one is talking about it. In the last 12 months, China's billionaires quietly poured $47 billion into physical gold, not ETFs, not mining stocks, physical gold, vaults, bars, offshore storage. Why? Because throughout history from 1929 to 1971 to 2008, insiders always move first. They always shift their wealth into hard assets right before a major financial reset. And here's the chilling part. The last time this pattern appeared, a full-scale currency crisis followed within 18 to 24 months. Today, analysts dismiss it. Western media barely covers it. But the world's richest Chinese elites, they're treating this as a final warning, a signal of something massive coming in 2026. This isn't theory. This is a pattern, a repeating cycle. And the numbers are too big to ignore. Gold has always been the world's financial truth meter. When trust collapses, gold rises. When the global system cracks, gold becomes the lifeboat. Think of it like a smoke detector. It doesn't tell you when the fire starts. It tells you when something is already burning behind the walls. And throughout economic history, massive gold accumulation has accurately predicted the collapse of the British Empire's pound in the 1940s, the US inflation explosion after the 1971 gold standard break, Asia's 1997 crisis, the 2008 meltdown. When central banks quietly stocked up. Now, we're witnessing the same indicator again. But this time, at a scale never seen before. China's elites aren't buying gold for profit. They're buying to escape something. Something they believe is coming soon. Throughout history, when wealthy insiders lose trust in a currency, they flee into hard assets. 1,929 US industrial elites moved into gold weeks before the crash. 1,971 European central banks drained American gold reserves before Nixon closed the gold window. 2008 hedge funds quietly pulled billions from banks while the public was told everything is fine. The rich never wait for the announcement. They act before the collapse becomes visible. And today, China's billionaire class is following the same script. This isn't normal diversification. This is, 5 more than any previous year, the largest private gold accumulation in modern Chinese history, the biggest gold migration to Singapore and Switzerland ever recorded, and larger than the gold reserves of most countries. It's a run for safety before the rest of the world sees the smoke. China's wealthy insiders see a perfect storm forming. 1. Real estate implosion, $7 trillion wiped out, developers collapsing, local governments drowning in debt. 2. China's shadow banking crisis, trust products failing, guaranteed returns evaporating, massive defaults hidden from the public. 3. Slowing global trade, lower exports, supply chain shifts, rising US-China tensions. 4. The yuan under pressure to maintain stability. Beijing keeps injecting liquidity, but that weakens the currency long term. And billionaire families know what follows. Capital controls, devaluations, and sudden wealth seizures. Exactly what happened in 1997 Asia crisis, 2015 China yuan shock, 2020 capital flight crackdowns. This time it could be bigger. Here's where the pattern becomes alarming. Financial crises follow a rhythm, a predictable timeline. Gold accumulation spikes 18 to 24 months before major crashes. Look at the pattern. 1927 gives gold buying spike, gives 1929 crash. 1970 gives gold reserves jump, gives 1971. Dollar reset 2006 gives gold accumulation surge, gives 2008. Crisis 2018 gives gold spike, gives 2020 meltdown, China's current $47 billion. Gold surge began in 2024, add 24 months and you land in 2026. That's why insiders are preparing now. Not in 2025, not when the headlines arrive. Because the global system is already showing fractures. Record global debt, $315 trillion, unprecedented money creation, bond market instability, declining trust in fiat currencies, geopolitical fragmentation. 2026 isn't a guess. It's the next point in the cycle. Publicly, China says everything is fine, growth is stable. Privately, gold import rules quietly loosened. State banks quietly increasing reserves, billionaires quietly converting yuan into offshore gold, families relocating wealth to Singapore, Dubai, and Switzerland. This is the same contradiction we saw before every major collapse. Reassurance on the surface, panic underneath. If China's richest are right, if the $47 billion gold migration is a warning shot, then the world is standing on the edge of a financial reset. A reset that could hit savings, retirement accounts, real estate, currencies, global trade, and the balance of power. For decades, most people will ignore the signal. Most will wait for the headlines. Most will react when it's already too late. But the insiders, they've already moved. This is happening now, and the world is sleepwalking into 2026 with no idea what's coming. Stay alert, stay informed, and don't ignore the signals history keeps repeating, because when $47 billion quietly moves into gold, it's never an accident. It's a warning.